So I noticed that. Sorry, just to divert, just real quick.
Please.
I got to update the sock game.
Yeah.
Being on the podcast now, and we're
You're on film.
we're on the couch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least I seem to be on the couch. So I got to continue to keep the fun socks going. I realized that at our last episode.
Yeah.
So we're rocking Mardi Gras today.
I was wondering if those were like friendship rings or something.
Isn't Mardi Gras in...
Friendship bracelets,
It's coming up.
Yeah, isn't it next month?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Coming up.
So you're just really excited about Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
Well, whenever the show gets posted.
Yeah.
Oh,
It could be
true.
closer to
When he
Mardi
walked
Gras.
in today, he was like, Bacon, show me your...
Yeah.
Threw some beads in your
I did.
eyeballs.
I
Oh,
did.
God, what was that?
And I was like, is it Mardi Gras already?
Could be.
And for those that don't know, Mardi Gras did not start in New Orleans. It started in Mobile, Alabama.
Oh,
with
yeah?
Joe Cane Day. That's right.
What happened? How did it migrate?
And this has been
There you go.
not
Thank
exciting,
you, Bacon.
but true.
All right. Do we want to do another 3-piece on the pod? Or?
I guess I'll look it up later.
I guess so.
Oh,
Tim's like, that is the extent of the information I have to share with you.
well, I didn't know
Moving
how
on.
much you wanted me to kind of get into.
What if we did Not Exciting But True?
We could do that.
I got something for you.
I do too.
Well, you just gave us one.
And this has been not exciting, but true.
This is one of our favorite segments of the show. I can go first.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
cool. All right. So did you guys know that the one-day snowfall record for Mobile, Alabama is 5 inches? And it was set on January 24th, 1881.
Oh, my.
Damn.
An all-time snow event record in Mobile is 6 inches, and that was in 1895. Today, official measurement in Mobile, Alabama of snow, 7.5 inches. They broke both records in one day,
Wow.
which is today.
Today,
Today. They broke both records.
which is January 21st.
January 21st. They
Damn.
got 7.5 inches of snow.
Huh.
Pretty cool.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, I was
And
trying to
this has
think of
been
one.
Not exciting.
They were all way
but
too
true.
obvious.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
the South.
I
It's
just
easy.
talked over that. I'm sorry. Try it again.
And this has been not exciting, but true.
Brian, you seem so excited.
I am.
What do you got?
I am pretty excited to talk about something not exciting but true.
Okay.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I watched this terrible movie. Again, I'm couch ridden,
Was it French?
not by of duress. No, it wasn't French, but it included an actor that we all know and maybe all love. At least some of us do. Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
And the movie was terrible. He did great, but the movie, the line, the
Was it The Rock?
the plot. No, that was a great movie.
It was a great
though.
movie.
Yeah.
That's with Sean Connery.
It was this one.
Ish.
It was this one called The Butcher.
Oh,
something.
Face Off.
No. More recent.
That's with John
That's another
Travolta.
great movie. You know what? Tim's naming all the great movies that he was in. But that wasn't the movie I watched.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Go-
it made
go
me
ahead.
think. I digress. It made me think. With the amount of movies or number of movies that he's been in, what is that number? Can you guys guess?
Of how many movies he's been in,
He's-
or how
he's
many
ever
he's
been in.
starred?
No, not starred. Doesn't have to be a feature lead role, but just in.
How many movies Nicolas Cage has been in? I'm gonna
Hmm.
say 51.
I'm going to say 80.
Nicolas Cage has appeared in 142 movies
Oh, wow.
to date.
Gee, many
But
Christmas.
I'm about to blow your mind because we're going to go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
He is only 29th of a long list of having the most acting credits. Only 29th. Danny Trejo is 5th.
Oh, wow.
You know Danny Trejo?
Yeah, he was in,
Mhm.
yeah.
But his roles are more like cameo roles.
But just
That's
just
crazy.
in
Yeah.
films.
Yeah, you're good.
Just acting credits is
Mhm.
the phrasing. Eric Roberts is 2nd.
Eric
And-
Roberts.
Who's that?
Eric Roberts, he's Julia Roberts' older brother, Emma Roberts' father.
What would I know him from?
He has been in a ton of stuff.
Apparently.
Jinx.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like I can, he was in a movie I just watched. Don't remember
Was it
what
French?
it was. He was in one of the early Batman movies that Chris Nolan did. I
Dark
can't
Knight?
think of any of his early stuff. Yeah, the Dark Knight series, but I think it was Batman Begins. He was
Okay.
in that one. Anyway, doesn't matter. The first one you're not going to know either. Best Flowers. So she was best known for her work between the 30s and 1930s and 1950s.
Mm.
But Eric Roberts, he starred, or not starred, I'm sorry. He has acting credits for over 700, I think it was 700 something movies. And Best Flowers between the 30s and 40s, she was in over 1,000 films.
Wow.
That's a lot.
But I was also thinking about that. That's also kind of a time where there was like this boom, of film in California.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they were,
That's
probably reusing a lot of the same people in a lot of different projects.
between the 30s and 50s. That's we'll give them benefit of the doubt. We'll say it's 30 years. That's 90 films a year.
Yeah, it was
Give or
late.
take.
It was late 20s. It was like 1928 and then 1950s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yep.
Mm.
That's
And this has
There you
been
go.
not exciting, but true.
Do you have another one, or was
No, that was the big one. I
Okay.
had another one, but I deleted it accidentally, and I don't know what it is now.
Oh. Bacon? Do you have something?
yes.
Okay.
In the NFL,
Once upon a time in the NFL.
they have a secret. It's not really a secret, but an
Ooh.
unknown favorite snack for halftime. When you play soccer as a kid, one of the moms or dads
Oranges.
is responsible for orange slices.
Yes, and ecto coolers.
Yes. Well, in the NFL, it's Uncrustables. They
Really?
consume an inordinate amount of Uncrustables. And for those who aren't familiar, they're the circle bread with peanut butter and jelly in the middle with no
Yeah.
crust. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your
Exactly.
favorite flavor?
I mean, I've only ever had the grape and peanut butter. Is there other ones?
The strawberry.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
strawberry's the best.
Yeah.
I would definitely say strawberry then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you put them in the freezer or the fridge?
Oh,
Freezer.
to store them?
Well, then you eat them. Yeah.
I mean,
Do you like them cold or frozen or what? Or room temperature?
I toast them.
You do.
Ooh.
Is that not a thing?
But I don't
It
know.
is now.
I'm just asking.
Oh,
Pop
yeah.
Tarts is on the phone. They want to talk to you.
No, I mean, there's only so many in a box, right? Unless you're getting them in
Correct.
bulk.
Yeah.
So if you're getting them in bulk, then I would assume putting them in the freezer until you're ready to put them in the fridge. But then when you put them in the fridge, throw them in the toaster.
Really?
Toaster's killer.
Yeah.
I've got to try that. I've
Ooh.
never done that.
Oh, it's the best.
Okay.
So
Nice.
they in 2023, the Atlantic magazine, not the Atlantic, the Athletic magazine set out to determine how many Uncrustables they consume in a week. Well, it varies team by team, but the most is from Denver. They do 700 per week.
Oh my God. Now, are they eating them cold?
Uh,
Are they just like, give me the next one. Let's go. I'm hungry.
Are
So
they
it's
eating them
7
or are they inhaling them?
So
Yeah.
it's 700 a week. There's what, 53 on the active roster?
Mm-hmm.
Does that include coaches and all too?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, they probably don't eat as much as the linebackers do, but I'm sure the coaches have one.
That's
or
like
two.
each of them. That's like 7 each
What is
Yeah.
it? Just like a quick
or more.
energy that's not
Yeah.
going to bog you down.
Yep. The team that eats the least is the Saints.
Oh,
They only eat around 50 of them. But in 1 week, the entire NFL, it's 700 pounds worth of Uncrustables.
Mm,
that's unreal.
Yeah, man.
sounds like a lot.
And this has been not exciting, but true.
Speaking of the NFL, we've got a big game coming up,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
which could feature.
We got two big games.
Well,
coming
it
up.
will for sure feature one of our favorite teams,
Yeah.
Bacon with the Eagles,
What are you
and
guys?
me.
EGSLES.
Yeah, that's right. And Brian and I with the Commandos.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Just
So how
like
about
I'm
we
going
play a
right now.
game?
What?
Oh, nice, nice.
Why you just look down at me?
Well, I was just
Wow.
hey,
Hey.
looking good there.
All right.
Do we want to play a game?
Yeah, we want to play
All
a
right.
game.
All right, let's do
Wait.
a game.
Timmy, you got a game for us?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Let's do
All
it.
right. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're
Do we
ready.
have any music for it?
We probably do.
Yeah. Nice. All right. We'll start off with an easy one.
All right.
This is all about the upcoming NFL big game. What are the Roman numerals for this year's big game?
Oh, shit.
I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what number we're on. Is it 54, 55?
No, hold on. He said Roman numeral.
Yeah, but I'm just making sure I know what the number is. Oh, you're not going to give us the number?
If you
Is it
tell me
multiple choice?
if you tell me the right number, I'll tell you yes or no, but
Okay.
it's not 54 or 55.
Can you tell us high or low?
It's higher than 55.
Are we at 60 yet?
No.
Okay.
That'll
57.
be next year.
So it's 59.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 50 is D, I think, isn't it? Or L?
L, V, and then 4 singles.
L-I-I-I-V.
No.
D-I-I-I-V?
No.
L. I'm so dumb.
L, Exelon, Valkyrie.
L-I-X.
LIX is correct.
Yeah.
That's a point for
LAX?
Bacon.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That's a point for Bacon.
That was dumb of me.
I was thinking the V-I-I-I-V. I was thinking V being 10. I was like, wait, no, that's not right. 10 is
Yep.
X.
What teams were in the big game last year?
Chiefs.
Yep. Buccaneers?
Falcons.
Nope.
Bills.
Can't remember.
Wait. Are we talking about the big game?
Yes.
Oh.
So who was in the big game last year?
We said it was the Chiefs
And?
and oh God. This hurts my brain.
Was it the 49ers?
That's correct.
Good pull.
Wow, Brian, you gotta.
I'm sucking hard right now.
All right.
Okay. Awkward. The last 3 big games have been decided by how many points each? It's the same number.
The last 3?
The last 3 have been decided by what number of points? It's the difference between the winning team and the losing team.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
I'm going to say 6.
Incorrect.
9,
Incorrect.
3.
That's correct.
Yeah. Got it.
Well done.
All right.
All right,
1 to your 2.
Brian's on the board. All right. So out of the teams of the NFC East, that would be Washington, Philadelphia, Dallas, and the Giants.
I love how Dallas is part of the NFC East.
Yeah, right.
I know. Who has won the most big games and who has won the least big games?
I'm going to say it's Dallas. Man, it could be. I'm going to say it's Dallas won the most, and the least was the Redskins, the Commanders.
Yeah, I'd say Commanders the least.
So I take it since you're not saying I was
That's incorrect.
Okay.
Oh. What was the 14?
We have the Giants, we have the Cowboys, we have the Eagles, and we have the Commanders.
Eagles the most, Giants the least.
That's incorrect.
Giants the most. Commanders the least.
That's incorrect.
Eagles
The Eagles don't have very
the
many.
least,
Maybe the Eagles have the least. That's possible.
Dallas the most.
That's correct.
All right.
Oh.
I hate to admit that was the fact, but that's the fact.
That's
Sorry,
right.
buddy.
All
I
right,
was-
tie
yeah.
ball game. Okay. 2 teams have won 6 times, which is the most in history. Who are they?
How many teams?
2.
2.
2 teams have won the big game 6 times.
Dallas and Green Bay.
Both are incorrect.
Patriots
And
and Dolphins.
no.
The Bears?
The Bears.
And whenever I say the Bears, I'm always talking about like the 1970s. Definitely not the recent Bears.
Yeah. The 85 Bears is probably one of the best of
Yeah.
all time.
The Steelers?
That's correct.
All
Oh,
right.
good pull.
The Steelers and the Patriots. What year was the first big game?
1928,
Incorrect.
1931.
Incorrect.
Is it in
1953.
Incorrect. More recent.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't cheat. What are you
Why
doing?
not? What do
This
you mean?
whole time.
I'm not looking it up. I'm just using my calendar. I'm my calculator. Sorry.
Oh, he's taking this year and subtracting. That's not bad.
1966.
Close.
1967.
That's correct.
All right.
Brian's so grumpy. There it is. All right. So Bacon won't be able to find this on his phone. But who played in that first big game?
George Clooney,
There we go.
Vince
Brian's checked
Lombardi?
out. Brian's checked out. All right.
Jim Halpert.
Vince Lombardi. Did you hear me?
No. What teams
what
played?
teams?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
teams. I think you
What
said
teams
who.
played? But what teams played in
We
that
didn't say
first
that.
big game?
The Skins.
No.
Did the teams have different names?
Nope. The
Is it?
same as what they are now.
Are we allowed to ask for hints? Like if I say, is it?
No, you can't.
Okay.
There are very strict rules.
You were
when
on
we
the
get
right track
together
with
and we're
your
having
first
fun.
guess. I'll give you that hint.
I'll say Steelers.
No.
I don't remember.
They were
my
really
first-
big in the 70s, though.
I don't remember
Yeah.
my first guess. So that's okay.
Going for a three-peat this year.
Oh, the Chiefs.
There you go. Brian got it.
Hey.
God, why was that?
Done.
Phew. You better
All
edit the
right.
shit out of this
I'm gonna
game.
have to.
Last question. That's for all the marbles.
Okay.
I thought we were
love-
playing.
Championship of the world.
I thought we were playing for gold bullion. What's going on?
Exactly.
The marbles.
12 teams have never won. Can you name two?
The Dolphins.
Incorrect. Brian gets the guess.
Oh.
Pin the rose on your nose.
The Giants.
The Giants have won. That's incorrect.
Have they? Oh.
Bacon?
Seahawks.
They won.
Hey, that's a team. Chargers.
Hey, that's a team.
San Diego has never won.
Okay.
Hey.
Now, do I get a chance to get the second one?
Yep.
Okay.
We're waiting on number two.
12 teams have never won.
Mhm.
Wow. That's sad. Sad times. Falcons.
That's correct. Brian
Yeah.
is the winner. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Look,
whoa.
Ma. I made it.
Well done. I begrudgingly give you a high five.
There you go.
That was fun.
It was fun.
Thanks, Tim, for being patient with
Of
us.
course. Yeah. No. that's
Especially me.
You're probably just like, oh my God, these guys know nothing about this shit.
Tim's like,
all.
I know all these answers without looking them up.
fine. I just tried to do my best not to say anything other than the big game.
Yeah.
Like I put it multiple times to make sure that I did
So that we
That
can
I-
air this without
Yeah.
getting
Correct.
taxed or have the episode yanked.
correct.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing, but it to me it's just kind of fun to kind of set these up and what I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward.
And it didn't even matter because the last one I got it right, and
Yeah.
that I'm a winner because of it.
That's
Easy.
right. And it's not like my quizzes, which are like 45 questions long. Ugh.
Do you know where this year's game is? Since we have some time left on this.
Oh, that's a good question. I know
Where
that,
is the game this year?
I know that the leading up to this, we're playing at the Eagles Stadium.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I think the Bills are the home field, right, for their
Yeah,
game.
But, yeah, the Bills are home field for their game too.
But the
so,
big
but
game
the big game
is always at a place in the country.
And it's always, I'll give you some hints too.
Oh, do you know?
They always play in either a climate that's good at that time of year
Mhm.
or a dome. So you'd have to know the stadium is
So
home or not.
either somewhere in the South or somewhere in the lower Midwest.
Yeah.
Do you already know?
I don't know for sure. I have a guess, but I'm not sure if I'm right.
Okay, what is it?
Arizona.
No,
Texas,
no, but you're closer.
Alabama.
No.
There's no football team in Alabama. Is it? Well, not.
You guys see my socks?
It's in Louisiana.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
I should have known that because of the shooting that happened, or
Well,
The
terrible
let's not
tragedy.
bring it out.
the
Yeah.
terrible
Yes.
tragedy that
Yes,
happened there.
correct.
You know,
I should have known
you made
that.
me sad after all this excitement. Why would you do that?
Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger
Yes. So the big game will be right next to Bourbon Street.
I'm trying to figure out, Tim, if those are interesting lays or if those are masks.
It's actually a king cake.
Oh, that makes way
Yes.
more
you.
sense.
It doesn't look like cake to me.
Right.
Well, have you ever
it's-
seen a king cake?
You see it
No.
from the top.
So the king cake is typically a giant circle, almost like a giant donut.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like a donut, but it's a giant donut.
I want a
looking-
donut now.
It's
I
got
know,
the baby in it.
And it's got the baby in it. And if you have a piece with the baby, it's good luck.
Yeah.
And you have to make the cake next year or
They
host
put-
the party next year.
A live baby in a cake.
No, it's like a miniature little plastic baby that they put in the
How big do you think this cake is, Bacon?
I mean, you told me it was big and round.
And typically, for Fat Tuesday, they have king cake. So that's all
Okay.
part of it.
So this is a bird's eye view of the king cake.
Yes, correct.
Got it.
Correct.
Now I get it.
You know what's happening, and tomorrow it'll be less than 30 days. Well, at least for Philly, anyway. The players report for spring training, and there's
Oh,
a game
I
on
cannot
February
wait.
22nd.
Wow.
I cannot wait.
I have been counting down the days since before the World Series, because actually I did watch the World Series, but ever since
Yeah.
last year I've been
Well, don't get me started on the off season for the Orioles because
really.
I was
You
so
guys got a lot
excited.
of work to do.
They had a new owner. Yeah, good. They had they've got a new owner who said, "I'm going to spend money. We're going to bring in great free
Yeah.
agents." And it's like a politician with empty promises. They've brought in nobody. They've a lot of small signings.
Yeah,
but
Philly.
that's it.
Same with Philly.
Nothing. And they didn't even, I'd be okay with it. I don't want to get on a soapbox, but I'd be okay with it
I'll wait
if,
for that. Isn't it?
I know, if they would have said, okay, we're not going to go bring in a lot of big
Speak
name
into the
free
camera.
agents. I am.
Speaking of the, okay.
If we're not going to bring in a whole bunch of free agents, I was actually talking to Bacon because I know,
I know.
you don't care about sports.
I'm
so
being a jackass.
that's why I was looking that way. But, hey, we're not going to bring in these big names. Let's just re-sign all of our young talent to long-term deals. So then in a couple of years, we don't have to worry about that. No, they haven't even done that either.
Oh wow.
So they've done pretty much nothing. We tried to sign the Phillies reliever, Jeff Hoffman, recently,
Yeah.
and he failed the physical. So we didn't sign him.
Strangely
So
not
we've done a whole
surprised.
bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Did they at least increase the prices of hot dogs? And
They
beers?
increase, yes, and they increased ticket prices and everything for
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. It's like
They're
the more
saving
things
up.
change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
That's just
anyway.
not their time. I'm sorry. It'll come back around. Just like the Commanders right now. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Oh, I never would have thought that they'd be in this situation.
Isn't this wild? So
I-
can we speak conspiracy theories for a moment? Hold that thought. Take that thought and hold it. Hold it. Don't
Got
forget it.
I got it right here.
Is it any wonder that since Dan Snyder was he forced to sell the team?
Pretty much.
So nobody wanted him to have control of anything
Yeah.
anymore. They
Get
wanted
out.
him out. That after that cycle was over,
Mm-hmm.
that now we're starting to win some games.
That's, yeah.
That must be part of it. I would imagine maybe
What?
if nothing else, morale.
A complete culture change.
Yeah.
And for the fans, they've done a great job of winning the fans back over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
What was your thought?
My thought was that the ownership of the Commanders has been holding them back for a decade at least.
Mhm.
I mean, like they were doing stuff that wasn't changing things. It was they thought they had a quarterback in Donovan McNabb,
Yeah.
after the Eagles gave him up, and then they thought it had a quarterback in RG3, which I thought legit maybe RG3 could do something, but he
He
got
was just
injured
like
and
Ruined his knee.
he
ruined
was
his
just
knee, yeah.
likable.
Like I remember the game that they kept him in, and his knee was
Yeah.
hurt, and he was just playing anyway. It's like what? Anyway, but like
Well,
yeah, I agree. I think
yeah.
the culture needed to change. And like when that oppressive Dan Snyder regime left, I think that gave the team room to breathe. And it's excellent that they're doing this well. I mean, other Eagles fans may hate me for saying it, but I appreciate the fact that the Redskins are better because it makes the competition, tighter in the NFC East. You know what I mean? Like the Cowboys, they're not doing great. Giants, we all know they're not doing great.
No.
So like the NFC East was like, it was nice.
Watch.
Yeah, so it was nice to have the competition from the Commanders. I keep doing
It's okay. I do it all the time.
and I'm really looking forward to this Sunday's game. Like, I mean, I want the Eagles to win really, 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 really bad. But like, if the Commanders win, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
like,
Because we're all together, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Exactly. And it turns out we were all teammates all along.
That's right.
You know what's fun to watch? Because you guys know this about me. I'm not an avid sports person. I don't watch all the games. But when, the competition starts getting, competition starts getting really tight and, there's just a lot of energy around it. And especially if we're able to watch the games together, we make up, excuses to host parties and stuff.
Yeah.
To watch it, what's his name? Jaden Daniels.
There you go.
Is that his name?
Nicely done.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
He plays like a freaking college quarterback.
He's good.
He's like running the ball and running along the sideline, and I imagine he's relatively tall, in person, but he doesn't look
He's
like
6'2", I think.
Yeah,
Is he?
that's around
Something
there.
like that.
and the QB for the Bills,
Josh
Allen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, see?
He's been
Look
paying
at
attention.
him.
He's 6'5".
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a big
Jesus.
tall dude. Yeah.
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 Anyway, but it's fun to watch some of these guys play. It reminds me a lot of that college energy that you don't see in the NFL, or at least I haven't seen, and maybe that's probably why I've stopped watching the game so frequently. Is because I'm just like, man, I feel like everybody's phoning it in. Like, well, whatever. And this season particularly, it seems like there's a lot of energy in the teams.
Yeah, it definitely parallels, at least in my opinion, kind of the run that the Nats went on
Yeah.
a couple years ago. That nobody expected them to win. Nobody expected them to make the playoffs. And here they are with a young Juan Soto and all. And here the Commanders are with a young Jaden Daniels. And it's to me, there's a lot of parallels between, going and winning these games and, got to get past the Eagles.
Yeah. Good luck.
So we'll see.
Soon enough.
I think it's really great that the team is focused on building up their offensive line because when RG3 was playing, the offensive line was garbage.
Yeah.
And he would get sacked.
Trash.
All the time.
And it got to it. I mean, I don't mean to say it, but like it's like they didn't treat him right from that perspective. Like they didn't protect their quararback. Like what the fuck are you doing?
Well, you win games in the trenches in the NFC East, and that's what it is. And the old guard would be about making those splashy signings in the off season and bring in all these big names only for them to fall asleep while Michael Vick's dancing around and making plays.
What happened to him, by the way? Did he just retire?
Michael Vick, he retired.
Yeah.
I remember that game.
Yeah.
And it was when McNabb was quarterback, and we beat you guys like 56-7.
It was a Monday night
like
game.
Yeah,
sad times.
everybody was watching, and I was listening to it on the radio because I was driving somewhere.
Well, yeah, I was playing flag football at the time, and I was playing a game, and I was excited because I was like, oh, once we get done, let's after the game, let's go get some beers and watch the game. By the time we got done with the game, we look at our phones and see that it was already like 31-0. And I was like, well, we're going home. We'll see you guys later.
Not really missing anything.
Like Deshaun Jackson had a touchdown, it was like a 90-yard touchdown to start the game. So I was like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, I mean the Eagles didn't make the big game, or not very far in the playoffs when Vic was the quarterback, but he did some outstanding work.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was that Giants game where the Eagles were down.
It was like 28-7 or something like that, and that was the one where Deshaun Jackson scored at the end.
Yeah, and like everybody was kind of writing the game off. Like, oh, it must be over. Eagles came back to beat the Giants with like 4 minutes left on the clock. Not even 4. I mean, it was 2 minutes. It was something ridiculous. They scored like 4 touchdowns or whatever.
They made Eli Manning
time.
put on that silly face.
They sure did.
Yeah.
Which makes me think of the kicker getting the Commanders to where we are now.
Yeah.
Oh,
With that-
Zane
The dinger.
Gonzalez.
The doink.
Yeah, the doink. Oh,
the doink
my
right around
God.
the NFC East.
Absolutely. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
To think, yeah, could you do it enough times? And then
Poor guy.
then
I feel bad. I'm
and
not
then the
trying to
next
make fun.
game, no. But then the next game
Yeah.
that we just played against, who do we play against?
The Lions.
The Lions.
Lions.
He didn't do that.
Well, they didn't. I noticed they didn't pan in on him coming
maybe
from
they-
the sidelines to.
So you would think that they might have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's weird.
That was interesting and then I'm like, oh, come on, bro. Like, you can't break the routine now. You're too close.
This is PODCASTNV.